There's this. Alright, here in Jasper, this is the big old locomotive that's sitting here. You got your standard kooky tourist town, but it's a bit different than some other tourist towns because it's an actual town, or so I've been told by the likes of Dave. Got lots of nice mountains, like up there there's one, over there there's one, over there. Okay, but the really important thing about Jasper is that the mountains aren't these kind of spingly spires out of some kind of video game. They really look like the ocean floor that have risen up. Like just look over here. So see these ones? See? You can tell, what is that? That's the seabed. Raised up. See, it's flat and then it falls off quickly. Flat. You can really tell, you can see that, you see what those spires are, really what they are in their being. They're the crack on the seabed. And that's pretty interesting. More interesting than, say, this smart car. You'd have to say, it's not an obvious choice if you lived in Jasper. Over here we have the park car. This is the car I've been spending most of my time in. It's probably the most distinctive car in Canadian rail travel. You see, it has this end on it. It's not actually Canadian, it's made by the Budd Company in Philadelphia, which used to make some good cars. I'm actually on the Banff park car, which is kind of neat, because it was the car I've been told that used to have the Group of Seven painting in it. You see, the end of the car is actually, a lot of snow here. The end of the car is curved, brings the train to a kind of a rational end. It gives the train a sense of completeness. It doesn't look like, oh, they could have just tacked on another car. Of course they can just tack on another car. It's not actually a problem. You just tack it in somewhere in there. Actually here, in this train, there actually is kind of a car tacked on. This chateau car, you can tell it's a chateau car because it has the weird looking double windows. It's completely empty except for some crew are living in it. Anyway, so that's Jasper in the park car. Oh, and look over there, you see the engine again. I don't know what kind of engine it is, some kind of old steamer. I found out something interesting about the old steamers and the politics of having them run. Apparently it's not that they're heavier than the new diesels, it's that the way the pistons push the wheels, there's more vertical force, pounding force from the pounding pistons. I guess we could do some math to figure out if that's true. But anyway, that's their argument they use, why they don't want 400,000 pound, 200 ton steam trains on the rails, is because it could damage the rails at a higher rate than their diesels. But you've got to wonder how much damage those massive coal trains do, and if this could really be any worse. This engine's actually quite small in the thick of things. I think this is a mountain class, the 6 driving wheels, but I'm not an expert. On the rail journey there are a bunch of real experts. They're not actually necessarily the most interesting people, but there's something you can talk to them about, and I guess that's better than nothing. You know, there is something wrong with becoming too much of a nerd, you know. It's not that it's any socialist, that it becomes self-obsessive. Oh, you see? I can nerd out on this. 50%. That means it can haul. It has half the tractive effort as it has mass. But unlike other nerds, I can't actually tell you what tractive effort means. So I guess that makes me a little bit better. Also, I don't think it's something good about me that I know facts. I don't expect other people to be interested. Alright, I guess that's probably too much, I think. Maybe I'm being self-obsessed by doing these video interviews about Jasper, and I'll see you in Edmonton maybe, next time I decide to do one of these interviews. I can't do them on the train, of course, because it's just, well, it's a bit nerdy. We're in Melville, Saskatchewan. That's the old broken down CNR station. It's got a bird just flew into it. This is Melville. There's what must be the curling rink. It's the CN station. This is a train. Down there we got the park car and the 4 sleepers. Here's the diner, a skyline, 2 coaches, baggage, engines. It's very cold on the prairies, but I have a hat, so I'm alright. We saw some nice broken down cars back on the other side of the station. You'll see some photos of those. I think it's very appropriate that they're in the snow, because you wouldn't want to drive them or work on them, so that's probably the best thing for them, is just to have them kind of sit in ruins for people to take photographs. They're quite useful for that. That's what all old American cars are probably good for. It's one thing I like about when the train stops is you can actually get a perspective on the whole train. I probably already talked about that in Jasper, but there's actually a better view here, because you can really see, this is in the zooming, you can really see the whole breadth of the train from one place. It's quite dramatic, even though this is a short train for the Canadian. In the summer it would be about twice as long. But even this is quite a long train. Anyway, that's good for now, I think. We'll be in Winnipeg tonight at 20:30. I might be meeting up with my friend Camille, but she hasn't got back to me. So if I don't, I'm probably going with a bunch of railway buffs to this hotel called the Fort Erie Hotel, which is apparently really fantastic. And hopefully I'll have some video, or at least photos of that for you from tonight. But you won't see them for a while, because there doesn't seem to be much internet along the way. Anyway, hope you're all well. Why did I say that? It's just a video. Looking underneath the car, you can really see why and how the train might ice up. Everything has to be heated with electricity since they took them off steam heat. Yesterday, the toilet in the park car, this isn't a park car, but anyway, actually froze up and stopped working. And you can really see how that would happen. It's really understandable. The cars Via bought from Europe, they didn't stand up, and they've had a lot of trouble with freeze over, but luckily we're on the Canadian here, so don't have to worry about that, hopefully, too much.